Hello everybody, welcome back to Vintage. Thank you for all those lovely comments last week on those two books about reading. I had 2 copies of Where I'm Reading From by Tim Parks to give away, and the lucky winners of those are Hickory Dickory and Drop Dead Red. So, if you're either of those 2 people, please find my email address at the bottom of this video's description, send me your postal addresses, and I will get those books off to you as soon as I can. Now, this week I'm talking about the new novel from Julian Barnes, The Noise of Time. Now, Julian Barnes is a very well-known and indeed prize-winning novelist, and so there is a chance that you may have read one of his books before, or you might have an opinion about him as a writer, or the kind of writing that he has. And I'll be completely honest with my personal opinion about how I felt with reading some of his recent books, which is that I have this lovely sensation of my shoulders relaxing and sort of a nice comfort that goes down my spine, because I feel like I'm in the hands of somebody who really knows how to write. And I guess the flip side to that is that some people might say that that kind of comfort might be leading to maybe not the most exciting writing in the world, perhaps. But I think that that's a bit of a false conclusion. Writing that is controlled and restrained doesn't necessarily have to be safe. It can be dangerous. And there's something about, I think, the topic of this new book which makes it really interesting and have some real bite to it. Here is the book. And as you can see on the front cover here, we have a man holding an attaché case, looking rather worriedly over his shoulder. This man is Dmitri Shostakovich, the Russian composer. And the reason why he's looking very worried is because this is taken, I guess, from the opening scene of the book, where he is stood with a packed bag by a lift shaft, waiting for the lift to come up and to be taken away by those in power. And he's doing this because he doesn't want the shame of his family seeing him sort of pulled out of his bed at 2 o'clock in the morning and taken off. So he packs a bag and stands by that lift shaft for several nights in a row, waiting to be taken away. And in fact, he isn't taken away, and the novel continues. But it's just a very striking image, and it gives you a real sense of the fear in his life. And Shostakovich was working as a composer at a period when Stalin was the leader of Russia, a very famous totalitarian regime under which many, many people were killed as a means of oppression. And what we see through this book is those people who are working within the arts, and particularly within music, who live every day with the fear of stepping out of line, or of this sort of decision being made at some point that, having been in favour, they're suddenly out of favour. It's quite hard to describe or to even sort of understand living as we do in a very free society. And Julian Barnes does a brilliant job of crystallising that fear. And as I say, that thing where on the turn of a sixpence you can go from being feted and sort of celebrated to being blacklisted and taken away and possibly never seen or heard of again. How do you live in a society like that? How do you create art in a society like that? It's incredibly difficult, and this book is filled with the contradictions and the changes that he has to make to his life in order to survive, to protect his family, to continue to create art, and yet also, of course, not to lose sight of the artistic integrity that any artist, I suppose, would want to feel, that they are producing art which comes from their soul and therefore is an expression of their self rather than an expression of the totalitarian regime under which they live. I could really go on about this book for quite a long time because, as I said, you can see it's a slim novel, but it's packed full of stuff. It's condensed. You can tell that Barnes has done a lot of research. He really knows his stuff, and he's managed to condense it down into something which is eminently digestible. But what's important is that this isn't a non-fiction book about Shostakovich. It's a novel. It is filled with the delights of a novel. And there is, as I say, I could go on and on and on. I really don't want to spoil it for anybody, but there are images that will stick with you, scenes and bits of dialogue that will stay with you, and it's just one of those books that will resonate after you have finished reading it. I, of course, wanted to then go off and listen to Shostakovich's music, not something I'd done before, not a composer that I know an awful lot about. You cannot not want to listen to some after having read this book. And I have a gift for you, as I like to do sometimes. As you can see, it's got a very striking cover. And Julian Barnes has been working together with Suzanne Dean, who is our creative director here at Vintage, on their book covers for 20 years. They've been working together on book covers. And we managed to get the two of them together in our podcast studio with Alex Clark to talk about that creative relationship. And it's so interesting to hear about it in the light of reading a book which is all about sort of oppressing creativity. To hear about how they've worked together. They have just the most amazing and brilliant relationship. And so I implore you to have a listen to that podcast. There'll be a link in the description below. It's about half an hour long. You can download it, listen to it at your own leisure. But it's just fascinating. If you have any interest in book design, it's an absolute must listen. But even if you don't care about that, I think you probably will after you've had a listen to the two of them talking about how they work together, how they create covers. It's just fascinating. And it gets even better because I only have one copy of The Noise of Time to give away. However, I'm not going to give it away on its own. We have created some posters using this Book Jackets artwork, and I have a poster which has been signed by Julian Barnes and by Suzanne Dean to give away together with this copy of the book. That's a pretty awesome prize, I think. So, if you would like to be in the running for that, I'm afraid you do have to be a UK resident. But if you are, leave a comment below, and I will pick one person to win a copy of The Noise of Time together with that double-signed poster. I think that's really exciting. If you love book design, that's about as exciting as it gets. So, that's The Noise of Time. I don't want to bang on about it too much because I want you to discover it for yourself. But if you like concise, just controlled, masterful writing that really makes you think about creativity and power and fear and how to live your life under those constraints, this is the book for you. So there you go, that's The Noise of Time. That's all for this week. I will see you next week. Take care.